That is the second most interesting way an interview has ever started. I just had a really long pee. Hi, Sia. How are you?
Good. What was the first most interesting way?
It was Sam Smith, and they told us, they're like, okay, quick sound check. Yeah, waited 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's fear. I can relate to that. Yeah, anytime any artist is being problematic, it's just fear. That's helped me with songwriting. It helped me in directing too, because with songwriting, when I'm songwriting with an artist, then I can, I've learned how to be of service. So I'm not the diva in the room. When when I get to put the wig on, okay, then, I'm the big boss, whatever. But when I'm working with other people, I like to be at their service, to be of service to them. And so so I think that really trained me well in eating, like, can we swear or not swear on here?
Sia, you do you.
Eating shit sandwiches. So it trained me really well in eating shit sandwiches and how to manage egos and how to work with people and work with people who are just feeling insecure, right? And to learn that it's all stemming from insecurity. And so I think it actually helped me become a better director. It's useful, huh?
Well, let's start there, because obviously we have the musical coming with music. We have an album coming. There's 10 new songs. Working with Kate Hudson, working with Leslie Odom Jr., two of the most wonderful people on planet Earth. And so, you have written this movie, you have directed this movie. This was your baby from its inception. And I'm kind of curious how you're feeling now in the middle of a pandemic, trying to release your baby into the world.
Well, I don't care when it comes out, because we shot it 4 years ago. It actually took me 3 years to get to a point that I felt like it was good enough. Hello, Sam Smith.
Right.
I felt a lot of pressure because I am me, and I felt like, it's like an actor putting out an album or something. Like, I just was very insecure. And I was like, it has to be exceptional. It can't be good. It could be bad, but it can't be good. It can't be mediocre. It can't be good. It can't even be excellent. It has to be exceptional. And I was so frightened over this last 3 years that I wasn't going to get it to that place, that I think it made me quite sick. But I feel like I have finally got it to that place, and I'm happy with where it is now. And I don't care when it comes out, because it's actually timeless. And I guess maturity, and I remember being, 20-year-old, like wanting a song to come out and realize, and them saying, oh, well, it'll come out in 6 months because we're going to do strategy, and people don't understand what goes behind the putting out of a song or a movie. Regular people at home listening, it's crazy. There's like 50 people, sometimes 150 people, who are all working together on how best to make a song come out, or how best to make a movie come out. And they'll take 6 months and strategize, and you don't know that at home. You think, an artist writes a song and the next day they put it out. And it's just, it's a really long process. And so now I think, because just of my experience, I'm not impatient anymore. I know that it'll come out exactly when it's supposed to.
Sia, diving more into music, I'm just so excited to see it. And I know you said some of the themes include, finding your own voice, creating this family, your own family. And do you think that you pulled that from, personal experience, that you strive for those things in your life and you wanted to show that in a film?
Well, I actually have no idea. I don't know where it came from. The idea just plonked in, downloaded, and I wrote it down. And then years later, I started writing a screenplay, and then that screenplay was good, but I didn't think it was good enough. So I started again with my best friend Dallas, and we started writing it, and then I got confident. A couple of people told me that I could do it. Like people that I respected, they were like, because I directed my music videos since Chandelier was my first one. And so I thought, am I a good director or am I just a singer with good ideas? And it turned out I was a director, and I was really pleased that these people pushed me to find that out for myself, because this is the first thing I'd ever directed on my own, this movie. Mm-hmm. And it was a baptism by fire. And I loved it. I loved it. I only hated editing. That's why it took 3 years.
Will there be some sort of red carpet event? Will Leslie Odom Jr. be there? Will Kate Hudson be there? Will you do that sort of thing? Or do you have to kind of push that off?
We don't know. We just don't know. Like, that's what we thought. We thought we were going to Cannes. We've thought a lot of things. We've thought a lot of things, but we don't know. All I know is that my big dream was for it to come out on the big screen, and now it's coming out on the biggest screen.
Yeah, IMAX, right?
Yeah, and I'm so excited and happy. And so all I know is it'll come out after Tenet. So Tenet's going to come, and then music's going to come. That's all I know. Is those are the only 2 movies I know about that are coming out in theaters that have release dates that keep getting pushed back. And so mine will keep getting pushed back based on what Tenet does. So you can just know if Tenet's out, then music will come out soon after.
Okay. All right. Now we know what the schedule is.
Yeah.
So Sia, I want to talk to you about you and your personal life, because every time I open the internet, it's like every day there's another piece of news about Sia. We found out Sia was a mom. Yeah. We found out Sia was a grandmother. I mean, holy smokes. 2020 is the year of Sia, at least from the outside looking in. I want to know.
2019 was really where it was at.
Yeah. So for us, it's 2020. For you, it was 2019. Yeah. I want to know. I have twin daughters that are 26. I am not a grandparent yet. It shocks me that I'm not, but I'm not a grandparent yet. But I know it's got to be coming soon, and I'm worried about my grandpa name. I'm wondering what does your grandchild call you, and did you get a say in the name?
I haven't even met them because of quarantine. I haven't even met them. They don't call me anything because they're infants. Well,
I don't necessarily mean them. I meant, because your son would be saying, right.
My sons still call me mama.
Okay.
And if the baby were around, my son would call me Nana. That's what he would call me. But I realized that it wasn't really my secret to tell. Mm-hmm. And so I'm stopping talking about it.
I've said too much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just realized while I was peeing, actually, because I talked about it in the last 3 interviews, but I just realized while I was peeing that talking about his personal life is not it's not my business, and I should stop doing it.
Mm-hmm. And it's okay to be a doting.
He hasn't told me he has a problem with it or anything, but
right.
I just realized I want to respect their privacy more.
Sure. Well, you're a proud mother and a proud grandmother, and I
do love them so much, and I am really grateful that I did what I did, and also I'm a maniac.
I want to talk about this song together. I just think it's been such an inspiration, such an uplifting message, especially in this year. I think this is when we needed it most. And it just, I feel like, has taken on kind of a life of its own in so many different roles, especially with the Pride community. And I want to know what it means to you, how important it is to be an ally, especially with the song, with the video, everything.
It's extremely important because I was in a relationship for 3.5 years with someone whose gender expression was male, but who was born female. So I know firsthand what it feels like to be queer. And so I don't even know if maybe I'm an ally. I guess maybe I think maybe I'm queer, maybe I'm straight. I don't know. But yeah, it's extremely meaningful to me because prejudice, and now I'm having 2 Black sons. They're teaching me so much about, systemic racism that I feel really, really stupid. So, not that my focus will ever shift, but I'm expanding my horizons. It now includes queers, rescuing dogs, and also Black Lives Matter. So it used to just be the first 2. My manager said in the early days, they said, pick a charity because you're going to get asked to sing at every charity event in the world. And I said, can I pick 2? And he said, yeah, okay. So I picked queers and rescuing dogs. And now I've realized the importance of the Black Lives Matter movement, how incredibly important that is. And so that's basically, I've just handed off my social medias to my son and to my bodyguard, who used to be a policeman and who is Black. And I just post what they tell me is the right thing to post. And yeah, it's been hard, man. It's been hard.
Sure.
It's this last, and I'm not George Floyd's family, and I'm not Breonna Taylor's family, and I'm not Elijah McClain's family. I just feel extreme compassion for them, their families, and we just have to do something, And if you go to my Instagram page, you can actually see ways that you can actually act instead of, if you just feel bad about it, you can just feel bad about it. Or if you care, you can actually really take action and send emails to people demanding that they arrest all of the officers involved with
Breonna Taylor.
Yeah, Breonna Taylor and Elijah McClain.
Yep.
And there's going to be so many more, of course. And as I find out about them, I'll continue to post about them. So just so that there's a place people can go, where if instead of just feeling sad and bad and powerless, you can take action,
We gave fans an opportunity to ask you a question. If it's okay, Sia, I have one here. I want to say thank you to Arbella Insurance here for New England, here for good. This is from somebody on Twitter named @VeggieSausage with @VeggieSausage with 3 G's. And Veggie Sausage on Twitter asks, Sia, if you had to star in a reality show for just one day, which reality show would you choose?
My bodyguard's laughing. Kardashians.
I knew you were going to say that.
Really? I am shocked. That
Right?
I did not think that was going to be the answer. I heard from Erin O'Malley, who does our midday show. She said you were a huge
Housewives.
No, the reality
Amazing Race.
Amazing Race.
Amazing. Oh, not Amazing Race. Survivor.
Oh, Survivor.
Survivor.
Sorry.
Survivor. I love Survivor, and I just completely watched all seasons of Alone in the last couple of weeks, which is another version of Survivor, but where they film themselves and they are completely alone.
But go back to the Kardashians. Go back to the
Yeah,
Kardashians.
you just made my day saying the Kardashians.
Because I'm like, I love those girls. They have been really nice to me in the last couple of years. I only met them in the last couple of years, but the last couple of years have been hard because it was like really. I think, well, like, I wasn't joking when I said that I think editing the movie made me sick. Like, and wanting it to be exceptional made me sick, and insecurity made me sick. And so I literally didn't leave the house for maybe 3 years, except for every Sunday when I would go to Sunday service because the singing was so incredible. Kanye's Sunday service.
Right. Oh, it's awesome.
And I just happened to meet Kim through J Lo because of that a song I did. I wrote for her for a movie, and Kim was helping her promote it. But when I met them, I felt safe. It was so weird. I felt safe, and I was doing a lot of complex PTSD, like trauma recovery. And in the last 3 years, I didn't realize all of my diagnoses had been wrong. I've only ever had complex PTSD, and so that's what I sort of spent the last 3 years doing, is editing this movie and working through my developmental trauma. And so I would only go to, and I would be with them on Sundays. They were the only, and a group of them and their friends, whatever. And then afterwards, sometimes we would go to Courtney's house and swim and hang out. And I just felt really safe. And also Kim was like really protective. She's really protective. Like, if she thought anyone was like in the group was trying to ask me for a selfie, or was gonna try and like FaceTime their children with me, she was extremely protective. And I was so shocked and also grateful. She intervened in a situation that she didn't need to, because it wasn't actually happening, but she thought that it was she thought someone was about to try and exploit me on her, on her property. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, she's like me with Maddie. Like, it was like I'm so protective of Maddie, and Kim was so protective of me that I now, if anyone wants to criticize them, I will literally kick them in the nuts, because not only are they really the nicest people, so kind, lovely, lovely people, and who might make bad decisions sometimes, like everybody else, like in the world, but they're on camera doing it. But I just adore them, and they work harder than any woman, man, or them that I've ever met in my life. They work harder than everybody I've ever met. They work harder. They work from 4 a.m. till 2 p.m. sometimes. When people say, "What are you famous for?" Or they criticize them, and also again back to insecurity. So what if they've had anything done? Like, they're insecure. Guess what? Aren't we all? Like, I'm not down with haters.
Would you ever do a reality show? Would you ever let the cameras into your life like that?
Me and my management have joked about it for 15 years, because it would be absolutely absurd. But no, instead what I did is I allowed Dallas Clayton, my best friend of 15 years, to write a series based on my actual real life. And and I'm waiting, and Judd Apatow is doing something already that's music related, so he said he couldn't do it, but I basically said I only really want to work with him. So I just said I'll just wait. So I said I'll just wait, and he was like extremely flattered, and he said, wow, okay. I said, just tell me if you're not into it, because then I'll go talk to other people. But if it's just that really you're doing something that's similar at the moment, and you don't want to, it gets muddy, And he was like, oh wow, okay, no, it's not that I want to work with you. So I said, I'll just wait, because again, I now have patience after years.
Yeah, you took 3 years to edit a movie. You got or a
Right.
musical.
Exactly. And so I mean, whether it takes 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, there will be a reality show, but it will actually, I won't be playing myself.
So a scripted series based on your life.
Yes, on my real life, on the real, what was really going on the daily.
I'm in. I'm in.
Me
It's,
too.
yes, I'm in. I'm setting my DVR
I'm
for
already
2025.
Exactly, because there's no rush, because we're all just floating through space.
Well, Sia, we appreciate you so much being so open and honest with us about everything in your life and sharing so much of your life with us. I mean, your music has impacted us all. You know, not 15 minutes goes by that our radio station doesn't play either one of your songs or a song that you produced or wrote or did backing vocals on or poured your soul into. And we're super appreciative of that.
Thank you so much, you guys. Thanks for helping me.
Thank you, Sia.
All right. Bye, Sia.
Bye, sweeties.